Question 30, the word is quip. So what does quip mean? Quip means a funny and clever remark. A funny and clever remark. Okay, now let us see the meaning of the four options. So the first one is train. So this train is used in the sense of to educate. Okay, to educate or to teach. Next is reform. So reform basically means forming again. Okay. Next word is gibe. So gibe means taunt. Gibe means taunt. And the last word is decrown. So we know what crown means. So now, out of these four options, which one do you think is the synonym to the word quip? Yes, it should be answer C, gibe. Why? Because both these words mean taunt or a funny or clever remark. Now, the last word is ashy. So what does ashy means? Ashy means pale or grayish color. Pale or grayish color. Now, let us see the options. The first option is hearty, where hearty means warm and friendly. Next is small. Option C is epic. Epic means something grand or heroic. And the last word is D, pallid. So pallid means pale or usually light in color due to illness. So the synonym to the word ashy will be option D, pallid, because both of these mean pale. Okay, pale in color. Now for questions 32 to 35, choose the correct antonym of the given word. Question is, the word is largest. Okay, so what does largest mean? Largest means generosity. Generosity. Okay. Now, the options are A, meanness, which means unwilling to give. B, awesomeness. Awesomeness means quality of being good. C, discomfort, which means not comfortable. And last one is illegal. So, the antonym to the word largest will be A, meanness. Why? Because largest means generosity, whereas meanness means unwilling. Question 33, the word is oblivious. Okay, so oblivious means not noticing. Not noticing. Now, options are A, reviled, B, attentive, C, blandished, or D, substantive. So, let us see the meanings. Reviled means criticize, criticize. Again, attentive means paying attention to something. Blandished means persuade gently with kind words. Again, I'll repeat, persuade gently with kind words. So that is blandished. And the last word is substantive. So substantive means separate existence. Okay, separate existence. So out of these four options, the right answer will be option B, attentive. So the antonym to oblivious is attentive. Now, question 34, permeate. So permeate means spread throughout. Okay, now the options are A, compressed, B, salivate, C, retrieved, or D, dehydrate. So the right answer to the question will be option D, dehydrate. Sorry, option D, uh, sorry, there's a mistake. I'll recheck it. Wait. Uh, the word is permeate, which means spread throughout. Okay, options are A, compressed, B, salivate, C, retrieved, or D, dehydrate. So the answer to this will be option A, compressed. Okay, because permeate means spread throughout, whereas compressed means uh, restriction from movement. Okay, now the last word is 35. That the word is permutate. So what does permutate means? Permutate means change the order. Okay, I'll write it here. Change the order. So options are A, apprehend, B, agree, C, divert, or D, split. So apprehend means to catch and arrest. B, agree. We all know what agree means. C is divert. And the last one is uh, uh, split. So the right answer to the question will be option option uh, C, divert. Okay. Now let us move forward. So we have arrived to the next section of the paper, that is reading. Now in this section there are total 10 questions and each question consists of 1 mark each. So let us start. For questions 36 to 40, read the passage and answer the questions that follow. Just when we think we have discovered and mastered every shape in the world comes the scutoid, a three-dimensional prism-like structure that has been hidden in plain sight in all living creatures, including humans. While not visible to the naked eye, scutoids, the shapes skin cells take as they bend, twist, or turn, are everywhere in your armpits, elbows, organs, and even all over your face. The team of scientists stumbled upon the scutoid while investigating the epithelial cells, which line the outer surface of your skin and inner surfaces of most internal organs. More specifically, they were trying to determine how the tissue that protects our bodies from harmful microbes remains so tightly packed despite being subjected to the twists and turns as organs grow or as we move our limbs. In their study published in the journal Nature Communications on July 27, 2018, the scientists describe it as a shape that has two ends, both of which it could stand on and looks vaguely like a prism, but with six sides on one end, five on the other, and a strange triangular face on one of the long edges of the prism. Confused? You are not the only one. University of Seville biologist and study co-author Louis Escudero also had a hard time describing the new shape. It was only after he modeled it in Play-Doh for his daughter that it became clear. The classification as a new shape has caused a few experts to argue that the scutoid has been around all this time and hence should not be called new. Matthew Gursky, a professor of mathematics at a University of Notre Dame, states, to me, it makes no sense to say that something is new if you just happen to be the first person to describe it. I realize that by that argument, there are no new species, there are only newly discovered species. I think that finding out about a frog that you did not know about before doesn't make it new. It just makes it new to you. Regardless of how it is classified, the scutoid, which plays a vital role as a building block of multicellular organisms, may prove useful to scientists trying to grow artificial organs and tissues. Buceta says, for example, if you are looking to grow artificial organs, this discovery could help you build a scaffold to encourage this kind of cell packing, accurately aping nature's way to efficiently develop tissues. Useful as it may be, we sure hope this crazy looking, hard to be defined shape does not get added to geometry, textbooks, and make the already difficult subject even more so. Okay, so this was the passage. Now we have let us see the questions that follow and try to solve the questions one by one. Now, question 36 is choose the best title or heading for the passage. Options are scientists disagree, B, new cells found on skin, C, big cells that can bend, D, a new old shape found. Okay, so the most appropriate title according to the passage will be option D, a new old shape found. Now, question 37, what were scientists trying to discover? A, where they could find these new cells. B, what new things the body had to offer science. C, how our skin stays intact when moving. Or D, when it was best to look for the new cell shapes. Now, uh, try to figure out the right answer. What could be the right answer? So, the right answer will be option C, how our skin stays intact when moving. Question 38. What does Gursky think? Options are A. The cell doesn't exist. B. The scientists are mistaken. C. The shape is not new. Or D. A scutoid is a bad name for it. Okay. So, what was Gursky's thought? It was that the shape is not new, right? So, the right answer will be option C. Now, okay. So, next question is what does the word aping mean in final paragraph? Okay, so the options are A, developing, B, experimenting, C, pushing, or D, copying. Okay, so the right answer will be uh, Tell me the right answer. First of all, let us see the meaning of the word aping. So the word aping means to copy. Okay. So the right answer will be option D, copying. Now, for questions 41 to 45, read the passage and answer the questions that follow. So here it is again a new passage, another passage that we have to read, and then we'll try to solve the questions again. So it seems as though Iron Man fans can rejoice. The flight suit that transforms Tony Stark into a superhero is a now reality. Called Daedalus Mark 1 after the mythical Greek craftsman most famous for the feather wings he and his son Icarus used to escape from the kingdom of Crete. It is the brainchild of British inventor Richard Browning. The 99-pound exoskeleton is fitted with six small jet engines, which together provide enough thrust for a vertical takeoff. Once airborne, the flight can be controlled using small, precise body movements. Browning, who likens the process to riding a bike, says while it takes a little practice to propel the jet powered limbs, it is not difficult. The animators who did all that in CGI obviously did some pretty big thinking. It was a kind of a funny moment when we realized we should have just watched the film and done that homework. The helmet, which accompanies the flight suit, protects the user and provides real time fuel level and safety performance statistics. It is also Wi Fi enabled to allow for grounding monitoring. uh, Daedalus Mark I first came to the world's attention in November 2017 after Browning set a new Guinness World Record for the fastest speed in a body-controlled jet engine power suit for his 32 miles per hour flight. The inventor, who has since demonstrated the suit at 45 events across 16 countries, says that while it is theoretically capable of flying up to 280 miles per hour and reaching an altitude of 12,000 feet. However, he has yet to test that. In an interview with Red Bull.com, Browning said the suit can fly in most locations despite being capable of flying at several hundred miles per hour and at and at thousands of feet. Normal operation sees the wearer flying at no more than a couple of meters. Given the high fuel consumption rate of about a gallon a minute, it is not surprising to hear that the real life Iron Man can currently stay airborne for a maximum of only 9 minutes. Uh, Browning hopes to extend the flight time in future versions by improving the fuel efficiency or the jet engines and adding wings. Despite the limitations, Daedalus Mark I and its inventor have gained a tremendous popularity worldwide. The former oil trader and ultra marathon runner now spends his days giving corporate keynote speeches, demonstrating his jet suit, and training potential buyers to fly. Among his biggest fans in is Hollywood superstar Tom Cruise, who purportedly began learning how to use the suit in early August. Browning is also really excited by possibly working in concert with the British military and is in talks with the James Bond and Mission Impossible movies stunt coordinators for possible use of the suit in future films. Now, this was the passage. So, let us see the questions that follow and try to answer these. First question is, choose the best title or heading for the passage. Options are A. Flying man crashes to earth. B. Failed flight suit too slow. C. Movies inspire scientists. And D. Movie becomes reality. So the very appropriate title will be option D. Movie becomes reality. Next question is, who was Daedalus' son? So options are A. Icarus, B. Tony Stark, C. Crete, or D. Richard. So the right answer will be option A. Icarus. So next question is, what does Browning compare flying the suit to? Option A, watching a film, B, riding a bike, C, flying a plane, or D, living in CGI. So the right answer will be option B, riding a bike. Question 44, the next step is to dash. A, test the suit's limits, B, find investors for more developments, C, fly less meters, or D, interview the inventor and his team. So the right answer will be option A, test the suit's limits. Uh, Okay, so this is it for this particular section. Now let us move to the last section of the paper, that is achievers section. Now this section consists of 5 marks each, and every question contains 3 marks each. Okay, so be very careful while attempting this section. So for questions 46 to 48, choose the correct option to complete each sentence. The question 46 is, I bet that if I could just meet your cousin, we had be the dash as thieves in no times. Okay, options are A colored, B hard, C round, or D thick? So the answer will be option D, thick as thieves. Now, what does being thick as thieves mean? This means very close or friendly. Okay, very close or friendly. Next question is question 47. The leaves might become dash and may drop off if you don't water that plant soon. Options are A blended, B selective, C crazed, or D flaccid. So let us see the meaning of the words. So first of all, blended means combined or mixed. Okay, combined or mixed. Next is selective. So selective, we all know what selective means. Next is crazed. So crazed means wildly or irrational. Okay, and the last word is flaccid. So flaccid means soft and weak. So what do you think is the right answer to the question? Yes, the right answer will be option D, flaccid. Question 48. Glasgow is really a fascinating city and we have decided to stay for dash 2 weeks. Okay, so options are A another, B other, C any other, and the last one is D the others. Okay, so which one do you think is the right answer? So the right answer will be option B, the other. Okay, other 2 weeks. Now, what is the difference between usage of another as well as the usage of other? See, another is used with singular countable noun, singular countable, and other is used with plural countable. Okay, therefore, the right answer will be option B, other. Now, choose the correct synonym of the given word. So, the word is sanctity. So, what does sanctity means? It means that the state of being holy. Okay, the state of being holy. I'll write it here. Now, options are A. Ill-mannered, B. Irreverence, C. Inviolability, and D. Capitalized. Okay, so let us see the meaning of the words. So, ill-mannered means someone who is not well-mannered. Next word is irreverence. So, irreverence means lack of respect. Okay, lack of respect. Next is inviolability. So, inviolability means never to be broken or dishonored. Okay, and the last word is decapitalized, which means to sell possessions to gain money. Okay, now which word do you think is the synonym to the word sanctity? The answer will be option C, inviolability. Now, why is it the answer? Because sanctity means the state of being holy, and we all know that something which is holy in nature shall not be dishonored. Okay, so therefore, inviolability means something that shall not be dishonored. So these are the two synonyms of each other. Now, this is the last question of the sample paper, and the question says choose the correct antonym of the given word. So, what is the word? The word is partisan. So, partisan means strongly supporting, strongly supporting. Now, options are A. Discouraging, B. Underdeveloped, C. Misconceived, or D. Disinterested. Okay, so which one do you think is the right answer? Yeah? Yes, the right answer will be A. Discouraging. Okay, why? Because the opposite to support is discourage. Okay, therefore, the antonym to the word partisan will be option A. Discouraging. Okay, so students, this is it for today.